And recording, take 7.
Hi folks, and welcome to Kangaroo Island Spirits and another edition of Making Cocktails with Sonny and Greg. Hi Greg.
Hi Sonny, how you going?
Good, thank you. So today I'm going to do a cocktail using the main ingredient will be our delicious mulberry gin. So it's a gin that we incorporate fresh mulberries that we source from the island into the gin, and we let it sit there for a period. Then we press it out using a wine press, don't we, Greg?
That's right.
And yeah, left with a delicious cordial style gin. So this cocktail is called the Mulberry Tang, and what we're going to do is we're going to take 60 mils of the beautiful mulberry gin. Pop that in there. We're going to do 3 or 4 splashes of Angostura bitters. 1, 2, 3. I've got 25 mils of fresh lime juice, freshly squeezed and strained. I've also got 30 mils of honey syrup, which is simply honey and boiled water at about a 50-50 ratio. So it just makes it easier to shake up and put into the drink. And then also we're going to add 30 mils of pasteurised pure egg white to give it a nice silky foam top. So we'll pop that in there. You can buy that egg white at any supermarket. It's already pasteurised. If you don't use it all, you can always pop the rest into ice cube freezer trays and pop in the freezer and use that later on down the track. Pop that over there, and we'll give this cocktail a nice little dry shake. So a dry shake, Greg,
It means shake without ice.
Without ice, yeah. So I'm going to give it a good shake for about 15 seconds, and you'll see that colour turn into a nice creamy purple colour. So just want to get that egg white going. So
while you're shaking there, Sonny,
Sure.
did you hear about the dung beetle that walked into a bar?
I didn't.
And he saw another beetle there, and he
Right.
went over and he said to him, "Excuse me," he says, "Do you know if that stool's taken?"
Oh, stool. I get it. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So I guess that takes us to our next segment, doesn't it?
It does.
Which is
Dad's jokes.
versus grandpa
Grandpa's
jokes.
jokes.
So
So you've
you
had
be the judge at home. You've done your joke,
Yeah.
and my joke today is, what did the bartender say when he spilled his cocktail all over his shirt?
I don't know, Sonny. What did he say?
He said, "This one's on me."
Ah!
So what do you reckon, folks? Who's in front, grandpa or dad joke?
Oh dear.
Oh dear. So we'll let that sit there. We'll get that out. Now I'm going to add ice to the shaker now.
And Sonny, what happens if they don't have a Boston shaker?
So you can use any sort of jar with a nice tight sealing lid on it. So you'll have one in the cupboard, and as long as you can put a lid on it, it can be glass, it can be plastic, it does as long as it's strong enough to take a shake, you can do it. So now we're going to give another 15 seconds with the ice in it, and we're really going to produce a nice thick, you can see that's already got some air through it, nice creamy, but the ice will actually chill the drink down and create a beautiful foamy silky top on it. So give it 15 seconds. Alright, give that a bang, pop that over here, and then Greg, I've got myself a pre-prepared glass with a maybe half to a third full of ice. I take my hawthorn strainer and pop it through a nice fine sieve to make sure I get no ice lumps in there. So we want it over the large rocks, but we don't want the crushed ice in there. So look at that. The main reason I've made this cocktail first today is so that we can come back to it in a moment. So I'm going to garnish it with some nice strawberry in a minute, but you have to wait till that head settles, and it'll settle to about here so that it's strong enough to support the strawberry without letting it sink.
Looks beautiful.
So while that's sitting there, and I'll do a bit of a tidy up, so Greg can then do his cocktail for you. Come over. How's that, Greg?
Yeah, it looks pretty good to me, Sonny.
Looking alright?
Looking pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
You reckon you're going to drink that one?
Yes, I think I will.
Yes.
Looking very nice.
What time's your bedtime?
long before yours.
Long before mine.
I'll let Sonny
Alright.
take over as the cameraman.
No worries. Get into it.
I'll just bring forward all my products.
You're going to do it from there? Yep.
Yes, I think we'll do it
Excellent.
from here.
Alright.
So today what we're doing is we're going to make a cocktail featuring our anisette. So our anisette liqueur, we use wild fennel to make the liqueur, and it's a really Zambuca style of drink, liqueur. And we're also mixing that with honey and walnut, which we use Ligurian honey and roasted walnuts to make that.
Yeah.
So that's quite sweet and lovely over ice cream and things like that. So today I've pre-prepared my glass, and I'm just getting that. So what I would generally do is put a rim around the glass using some chocolate. And
What sort of chocolate did you use today?
today I use Cadbury Flake.
Oh yeah.
So that's it's good because when the drink's finished, I can show you how we finish it off and garnish it with a bit more of the flake that's not as smooth as what this one is. We need, firstly, our anisette we'll put in. So we're putting 30 mils of each of these into the drink. And just pour that over the ice. And then what we're going to do is that we're going to add the milk. We're using 120 mils of full cream milk here. I mean, you can use skinny milk, but we choose full cream milk, and that's the one we're using at the moment is the local Fluorio milk. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, we then add the 30 mils of honey liqueur. Pour that over, and you can see that it blends in with the colour into the milk and gives you that nice colour texture from there.
It's a bit like a dessert, isn't it?
It is. Now, we would normally use a honey and walnut ice cream with this, but we, because most people wouldn't have the availability of that, what I've got here is a nice bit of vanilla ice cream. And that just sits on top. And to top it off, we then just get some of these chocolate flakes that, as I said, from the flake there, and just sprinkle that ever so gently around the drink, and tell me how you couldn't not resist that. So it's almost like a dessert cocktail, I could refer to it as. It's got some nice texture. It is sweet, and with the chocolate, it just, to me, finishes off a beautiful cocktail.
Excellent.
Now the thing is, it's funny about this. This is our 7th take, so I've actually had to make 7 of these cocktails, and it's difficult when you have to drink the whole 7 yourself.
How are you feeling right now?
Oh, that was yesterday.
That was just. No, I'm just asking how you're feeling right
I'm
now.
feeling well.
Oh, okay.
Ready for the next one.
No worries. All right, so I'm going to garnish that that Mulberry Tang with a bit of strawberry there, and you can see it'll sit on there and just nicely. And not only will that taste amazing, it looks fantastic as well. And you saw the process. It's a few simple ingredients. You've got most of those ingredients at home, and of course the Kiss gins. You're more than welcome to purchase off our website. The Central Market in Adelaide also stocks our gear, and of course if you're local, come out and grab you some grab some stuff for Mother's Day. So
Yep.
thank you for tuning in again, folks.
And we'll see you again next week for the next Happy Mother's
That's it.
Day, and
Happy Mother's
looking
Day.
forward to the next cocktail.
All right, see you, folks.
Bye.